afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you were all doing well again today for more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, but now it is officially into 1.0 for everybody. So, well, I tried to jump on the ball early, log in. I was just going to let my guy stand in place since there's no survival mechanic about food or anything like that. And I was like, I could just jump in place, do laps around the courtyard while waiting, and well, there's a lot of file verification that I wasn't planning on, so I'm still going on that. So we've roughly got 2 minutes and change depending on speed. So plans for when we do get in and this finishes. Definitely go up and talk to the person about the crypt stuff. But we're not going to go straight in. I'd like to explore, there was mention of a stash, our own storage. I'd like to see if maybe we can do that. Might talk to some more random people and see about getting, if there's any more quests, while we're out there. I'm going to be hopefully killing stuff. We'll get that killed and hopefully clean up my inventory a little bit too. That would be nice. Other than that, I really do want to look around, and when editing the stuff, I noticed one of the pictures because sometimes it's like, hey, would you like to use this as a thumb? I looked at that, but I didn't think about that option. In the campfire, there was a thing about giving it webs and stuff like that. I need to take a better look at. I think we can upgrade the campfire, where when we're camping, we can do more stuff. So there's that. But mainly, I want to explore the island. We didn't fish either. I got the fishing pole, but we didn't actually do any fishing. So I want to do that. And I didn't test out whether or not how much of the water we can get into. Can we get into the water at all? Is it, I don't know, like waist deep we're allowed to go, or are we going Subnautica in this with armor? At least we're going to sink pretty well. So we shall see on that. And we're almost there. 5 seconds to go. Better have. Then again, it was going. Oh, now it's up to 30 seconds because it found a couple of things I was missing. That's fair. Just because I got an early look, they probably found lots of stuff. Can I launch now? I really would like to. Maybe. Because I didn't take it off to review the early code and do normal. I was afraid to break the save. So I will test that between, today and next time. Worst case scenario might be a little bit different next time, but hopefully not. I see the red, or no, don't give me the swirly not responding. Don't do that. Oh, I don't like what I'm, no. All right. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Oh, don't you? Boo. All right, well, we'll just look at this for a minute then. At least we got something to look at. But yeah, the island looked pretty interesting and, very large, so I definitely need to go exploring. And it would give me a good chance to do some fighting and whatnot. But I got to figure out how to summon stuff. So I'm going to keep sitting on my points for right now. And I did look up ahead of time, even though I should have messed with it. The parrying system is a bit different in this one. Right click, you hold up the block, and normally you just got to time it just right with the swing. Actually, not in Tainted Grail. It's not a click and hold to get the parry. You literally have to just, tap it like you would be doing a swing. So that way you're kind of slamming the block into them to ricochet them back. So clicking and holding was not right. So I technically wasn't parrying at all. I was just seeing how close I could time my blocks. Oh, why you gotta do this? I mean, we did this already. That's what forced the reboot. Oh well. And I even started this. Wow, it's already 10 after. I started this 25 minutes ago. I was trying to get in at 15 or 10 till. And then the first time I ever loaded this, I didn't think anything of it. At least now we know what that kind of thing is. Sort of. We were doing this back in dial-up days. You would always, when you're downloading a file or doing something, you would always put your mouse right there because there wouldn't be a number. And then you'd let go, and then you do something else. You'd always come back. It's like, oh, look, it's so many pixels past where I left the mouse. We're doing good. Yeah. I don't miss dial-up. At least it's kind of shooting up pretty quick. Come on, we got brigands and outlaws and stuff like that to deal with. And fishing. And I'll probably redo it because I am a sword and shield kind of person. But I guess right now, I'll try to do that without talent points. And then switch to summons because I'd really like to try the summons. I normally, in this kind of thing, I'm always sword and shield. But I really want to try things out. Of course, I don't know in this kind of game if summons, is a boss just going to obliterate it? Or them, because I'm going to get multiples of them, I hope. Oh my goodness. If I'd known this was going to take this long, I'd have done this earlier in the day. Well, I probably, in all fairness, I should have done this since it was release day today. Much earlier to get the last minute stuff they pushed through, including the major patch that I believe was involved with the initial release, if not a little bit early. That was a game-breaking bug that I mentioned. That was the one where, because we didn't get to it, so I didn't think to mention it. If you sold a relic to a vendor and then quit the game, it corrupted the save file and you couldn't get back in. But if you knew about it ahead of time, you could buy the relic back. It's just one of those, once you quit the game, if a vendor had a relic, then it just... Which we didn't, to my knowledge, run across any relics. That's not something I had to worry about, but I did have my eye open. Oh, there we go. You speeding up. We're in the last stretch. But they knew about that early yesterday before even I started. I was sending out warning emails to us. It's like, hey, we know about patches already being finished up just before you save, but this will fix your save if you saved and quit before you read this. Just Till the patch hits, you won't be able to get back in unless it's fresh. I mean, guess technically you could go through your auto saves and hopefully find one before you've entered. I swear, you're at 100%. Come on, do not reboot again. There we go. That's what we want. Boom. I got the need. We're gonna start fixing that up, I hope. But I know we're not doing anything until I get the rest of those outlaws that are out there out of there. And probably a buttload of stone too. All right, whispers. You something I can go. All right, so you're the barracks. Don't click. What is this? Rest. Okay, so all I could do is rest. None of this is mine. Okay. I guess I gotta prove myself. All right, now where are... No, I didn't chat. Let's see. Can I... No, that's right. I can't block because holding it charges. Okay. So... Don't get up there. You're a red thingy.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul.
Thank you. I've already been blessed with tongs, pincers, fire.
My child.
You're a red priest. I think you have a pretty good idea of what I mean.
I'm afraid you are attributing too many characteristics to me based solely on the clothes I wear. The horns of the south are my home. My mission is to spread the word. The word is good. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof.
Here's your proof. Is this enough? Let's give the letter that we found. I didn't realize this was the right person.
Father Leon. I knew him in my youth. He was my mentor, a truly devoted servant of the Prophet. Back then, he was already showing signs of being overly devoted, let's call it. He followed the word and the word alone, which might seem commendable, but it doesn't necessarily make for easy, everyday communication between brothers. He answered questions with quotes. Can you imagine? We never knew whether his faith was truly that strong, or if he was just mocking us. So, this letter, well, it doesn't prove much. It's true that it's written in a normal way, and not using quotes, but the seal matches, and the handwriting too, so I dare not question its authenticity. I dare say, however, that Father Leon's devotion might have turned into madness. Why shouldn't it?
What do you think of the weirdness?
A sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom? The weirdness twists and warps, yes. It consumes and it takes. But it also gives. Life grows in its wake. Strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the church most of all. Understanding.
Are the horns prepared to fight the
As
weirdness?
prepared as any men can be against something they barely understand. The swords and fire will hold back beasts. But what of the creeping rot that twists flesh and mind alike? But there is one thing. The Excalibur they keep here. It has not been wielded in an age, yet the weird does not creep near it.
How come?
Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air around it remains untouched. The tendrils of corruption that strangle stone and steel refuse to claim it. The keepers may not see it for what it is, but I do. There is power in that blade. Something ancient, something beyond the church's teachings. And if it truly holds back the weirdness, then perhaps it was never meant for men alone.
I swear it's gotten quieter. So you feel safe here.
Safe? No. But safer than most, I suppose. But tell me, what is safety, truly? A stronghold? A weapon? A prayer? I've seen men with all three fall just the same. So no, I do not feel safe. But I do feel watched. And sometimes that is enough.
Open shop?
Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask.
Huh. Commandments. Yeah, ooh. Others embraced. Heals you instantly. Fully heals you over time. Prolonged channel increases. Okay. Ooh. All right. That will now. I'm pretty sure. Forge. I've got all the at least best armor on me. This will lighten my load. You and you. Okay. So that got my weight down pretty good. Sell from stash. No items to sell yet. Well, I'd like to add stuff to my stash.
May Kai's word always guide you. In the word, you will find solace.
No, I'm not taking any of this stuff. That could be bad. Hold on. Before I make any choices, go.
This feeling, it was so strong, so real. I remember now, the weight of it, the power. This blade was never just steel. It was a part of me.
So Excalibur holds a piece of your soul?
Yes, the sensation is unmistakable, but it carries more than my soul. It carries a part of my legacy.
Why can't I draw the sword?
A sword like that, it doesn't yield easily. It demands strength of body and of will. You'll need to grow stronger before it will choose you.
Okay. Well, that doesn't show stealing.
What do you think of scale armor?
Think of scale. Oh, what?
Scale armor. What do you think of it? The ones all the keepers wear.
I don't know. It's armor.
Sure. Maybe it's easy to make and doesn't restrict movement, but it doesn't provide the best protection. Someone just needs to stab you between the scales and you're done for. Lamellar armor is much better. That will prevent you from being run through with a polearm or getting shot with a bow. It's also much more comfortable.
How do you know so much about armor?
I read a lot about it. In Volume 4 of the Armourer's Almanac, Arden's Shadowblade describes the differences between various types of armour. For example, chainmail allows for a good range of movement, but it's heavy. It also provides poor protection against blunt weapons, and its production is laborious.
Why don't you tell the quartermaster or the blacksmith that Lamellar armor is better?
I told them, but they both said I know jack shit. Besides, the keepers rarely go outside the walls nowadays. Then the quartermaster added that if I don't like our equipment, he could send me out scouting in just my underwear.
Then maybe don't raise the topic anymore.
Perhaps you're right. But if somebody ever stabs me under the scales, I'll go straight to the quartermaster and give him an earful.
By the way, who's Arden's Shadowblade?
Shadowblade is a moniker. Arden is passionate about weapons and armor. He has great knowledge of materials, techniques, and history. A true expert. Everything he writes is interesting. I would love to meet him one day.
Do you know how to make Lamellar armor?
Oh, of course. I mean, I've never made one. I'm not an armorer. But I've read so much about it that I'm sure it won't be a problem. Here's the page from the Armourer's Almanac that explains the process.
Oh. So you've never worn any other armor apart from what you're wearing now?
No, but I have knowledge from books and a lot of thoughts on the subject, so I know what it would be like to wear different armor.
Okay. Good talk. I'd like to read this. Let's see. Arden Shadow. I designed my Lamellar armor based on an illustration from page 38 of Merafin's The Great War. Likely from the late 3rd or early 4th century, the originally depicted Camelot's infantry wearing Lamellar plates bound with leather straps. I replaced the leather with steel, prioritizing chest protection. The armor passed my shooting test. 5 bolts fired from 10 steps, only 2 partially penetrated. While some might criticize the steel's tempering or the crossbow's tension, the results still validate the armor's strength. The design offers excellent mobility, likely even better than its original form. It surpasses scale armor and protection against upward strikes and is faster to produce than chainmail or plate. Best of all, looks fantastic. Well, that's... And, alright. Keeper Pate.
Hey, tell me, can you read?
Yes? Why?
Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister? She's learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters. To me. I'm so proud of her.
Here, I'll read it for you.
Oh, thanks. Here's the letter.
Hope it's not upsetting. All right, brother, it ain't good news. Sorry. Few priests came. They wanted to take Mom and some other folks because of the plague. Our dad and some other men did not agree. There was a fight and Father got killed. Now I'm taking care of Mom. She's feeling more and more weak. I don't know if the priests are going to come back or what. It's hard, but she asked me to send her love and tell you to keep going and do good things, because that's the most important thing. It's me, Enid. I'm praying for you.
And what did it say? Everyone's healthy?
We're going to tell the truth. I'm sorry, something terrible happened.
No, you must have misunderstood something. What do I do now? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I should go back to him, right?
No. It won't change a thing.
I guess. I guess that's true. Yes. Excuse me. I need to be alone.
Okay. A nice lookout point. Oh, I bet we got to get rid of that thingy, maybe. Then maybe we can get out there. Or get them out there. Or both. Well, all right, Dan.
Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery?
Or both. What?
Just kidding. I love the view, but this weather is killing me.
Is it always so windy here?
Always windy. Always moist.
Maybe your clothes are too thin.
You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said as punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers, whatever the hell that means. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay, and maybe some of my clothes. Why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please.
That's true. So, assume there's something you need.
Oh, I need a warm coat. And I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get, huh? Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days.
You know what? Sure, I'll get you something.
I knew I could count on you.
Looks like we're gonna grow something there. Ooh, excuse me. What did you do? Odrin?
You're the reason they put me here. You just wait until they let me out. I'll beat you so hard your own mother won't recognize you. Come a little closer so I can spit in your face.
That was necessary. You were drinking on duty.
Nobody asked your opinion. I drink 'cause I want to. I drink 'cause guarding that empty gate is the most boring shit in the world. What's it to you, anyway, huh? Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin, I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, just pour something delicious down my throat, huh? And I'll forget this insult. I'm not guarding the gate right this second, am I? There's nothing wrong with having a little sip, right? Come on, don't be like that. Just a drop. That's all I ask.
maybe I would give you some. I don't have anything like that with me.